Hi friends, it's Mr. Alex from Adams Memorial Library, and you guessed it, I'm back with another installment of the Online Origami Club. Now, for this week's project, I thought that we'd think big, and what's bigger than an elephant? So today, we're going to make an origami elephant. Now, don't forget that you can stop here at the library, either front desk or curbside pickup, and get your very own Online Origami Club kit. And in this kit, there's going to be all sorts of paper with different colors and patterns that'll be great for the projects that I show you. So make sure that you pick yours up today. Now, there's a couple of supplies that we're going to need in order to make our origami elephant, so I'll show you what those are, and we can go ahead and get started. So, as always, there's just 4 things that we're going to need to make our Online Origami Club project. We'll need a practice sheet of paper, and this can be anything that you have at home, from notebook paper to construction paper. I happen to have this piece of origami paper here, but anything you have is totally great. You're going to need your final piece of paper, and I'm going to get mine out of my Online Origami Club kit that I have right here. You might need a pair of scissors. So my practice paper, this origami paper here, is already a square, but if yours isn't, then you're going to need to take a pair of scissors and trim it into one. And finally, markers, crayons, or something else to decorate your origami with, because as everyone who watches the Online Origami Club knows, we like to make our origami projects extra special and unique. So go ahead and gather all that up, and we'll go ahead and get started. So in order to make our origami elephant, the first thing that we're going to do is take our piece of practice paper that has been turned into a square, and we're going to flip it so that the pattern that we want to be on the outside of the elephant is face down. So since I want this lemon pattern here on the outside of my elephant, I'm going to put that down on the table. Then we need to fold our paper in half diagonally like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold this down, make sure that everything lines up, and give it a nice sharp crease. Once we have this fold, we're going to quarter our project by folding it in half again, and we're going to fold one side over to the other, just like this. Make sure everything lines up, and give it that nice sharp crease. Now, at this point we have something like this, and we're going to open it back up, giving us a nice guideline down the center. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold so that this edge here is meeting this line in the center like this. And then we're going to crease it off. Once we've done that, we'll repeat it on this side. So I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to take and fold up like this, meet that line, crease it off, have something that looks like this, and then repeat it on the other side, giving us a project that looks a little something like this. Now, this is going to be the basis for our elephant's heads, but we need to fold its ears. And this is probably the trickiest part of this project, where we're going to take these tips up here and we're going to fold them down. Now, you might ask how far down we're going to fold them, and the answer is going to be that we're going to fold them until this corner here makes a nice even point. So let me fold that and I'll show you what it looks like. Alrighty, so what I did was I took our project that started here and I folded down, and now this top point of our triangle that's formed is even with the top of our elephant's head, creating one of its ears. Then we're just going to repeat on the other side. And that way, our project will look like this. Now, we want to round off our elephant's ears. So what we're going to do is pocket fold each of the ears by opening them up and folding the top part down in, like this, into our elephant's ears. And that's going to give us something that looks like this. So again, we're going to take our elephant's ears and just pocket fold the end of it right under and crease it off. Then we'll repeat on the other side. Opening up and pocket folding the end. You want to make sure that they're about even, but if they're not perfectly even, that's okay. You just want to make sure that it's something that you're happy with, because everybody's elephant is going to be unique to them. So at that point, our project looks like this, and we're going to turn it over so that we see the front of our elephant. And As you can see, our elephant has a trunk, but we want to fold it a bit. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take our project and fold the trunk up, not quite the whole way. You want to leave a little bit of space between the bottom of the ear here and your fold. So if I fold it like this, and I'll show you what this looks like. If I fold it like this, you can see that there's still a little bit of room between the bottom of the ear and the bottom of the trunk, and that's exactly what we want. Now, at this point, we're going to accordion fold the rest of the trunk. So we'll just fold down like this, and then back up like this. Your folds don't need to be super precise, but you do want to try to make sure that each time you fold that it lines up with the previous fold that you've made. And once you accordion fold the entirety of your elephant's trunk, or as much as you can, you'll have something that looks like this. And then we're just going to go ahead and pull that down to create our elephant's trunk. And at this point, the folding part of our origami elephant is finished. But as we know, any good origami club project wouldn't be complete without decorating. So if we take our marker or our crayon, we might be able to, for instance, give our elephant some ears, just like this. Maybe some eyes. And maybe we even want to decorate its trunk as well. And then we have something that looks like this. And our origami elephant is complete. So at this point, you're going to want to keep practicing until you feel really confident with this fold, and then take your final piece of paper from your Online Origami Club kit and make your finished product. I'll show you what mine looks like at the end of the video. After some practice folding and a little bit of decorating, I took my piece of paper out of my Online Origami Club kit, and I made this elephant here. I think it turned out great. Now, as always, I'd like to see how your elephant turned out, so make sure to send those pictures on over to us at kids@adamslib.org. And be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for all sort of updates, not only about other Online Origami Club projects, but also the other great programs that we're doing right here at the library. And as always, happy crafting!